Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, and Ted Cruz are among those criticizing planned crypto tax rules, which could help fund the infrastructure package by Joe Biden. The most important finance news today by MasterDigest. Investors have a packed slate of economic data to look forward to this week, with new reports on consumer and producer price inflation set for release. More corporate earnings results will also trickle in. One of the closely watched economic data points this week will be the US Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index. This print will reflect the extent of consumer price increases over the past month, with outsized demand during the recovery still exerting upward pressure on prices. The Consumer Price Index, excluding volatile food and energy prices, is expected to have risen by 4.3% in July over the last year, pulling back just slightly from June's 4.5%, or the fastest pace in 3 decades. Core consumer prices are also expected to have advanced for the 14th consecutive month, by 0.5% after June's 0.9% monthly gain. A central debate for investors, however, will be about how long-lasting these price increases ultimately prove to be. The digital storm coursing through all facets of modern life continues to make its mark, especially with the exponential growth within the digital finance services sector. While the United States is typically known to be a leader in digital technology, Asia is increasingly acknowledged to be an undeniable growing force, especially with its young and skilled workforce. Undeniably, decentralized finance, DeFi, is a fast-growing segment of the financial markets. In 2020 alone, the total value locked, TVL, of DeFi increased by 2,000%, and it will most likely continue to grow with time as more crypto investors familiarize themselves with the industry and methods of yield farming, according to Ethereum World News Report. According to a study by Bain & Co., Google and Temasek Holdings, at least $38 billion of annual revenue is projected to be generated through digital financial services across Southeast Asia alone by 2025. Triple the $11 billion generated in 2019. Meanwhile, according to a study by PwC, Asia's middle class is already larger than Europe's, with global growth projected as 180% between 2010 and 2040. Clearly, the growth of demand for digital services and the supply of a digital workforce seems to center in Asia. The global cryptocurrency market stood at $1.6 trillion yesterday, with a daily decline of 2.6% as the US infrastructure bill impacting crypto companies faced opposition from crypto enthusiasts. After a long rally leading into the weekend, trade volumes dipped by 7% as Bitcoin retraced post-resistance at $45,000 levels. BTC briefly crossed the $45,000 level for the first time in 2 months, but sustained selling pressures at the 200-day moving average made it fall back to $43,600 as of 9 a.m. IST, a marginal dip of 1.5%. Ethereum, after rallying strong for over a week, had a healthy correction with a 5% dip today. ETH closed the day below $3,000, although its weekly gains are still strong at 15%. Top 20 cryptocurrencies declined as a result of Bitcoin's correction. Dogecoin, Polkadot, Uniswap, and Chainlink dipped by over 5 to 6%, while others took modest losses. Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, and Ted Cruz are among those criticizing planned crypto tax rules, which could help fund the infrastructure package. As a bipartisan Senate moved toward a vote on President Joe Biden's infrastructure package, a chorus of leaders from Silicon Valley and Washington raised concerns about a provision that would add new taxes on crypto. The infrastructure deal contains dangerous provisions that would devastate crypto and blockchain innovation, Senator Ted Cruz said on Saturday. Tesla CEO Elon Musk called the legislation hasty, saying now was not the time for lawmakers to pick technology winners or losers. The White House said the revenue would help President Joe Biden's infrastructure package. China's factory gate inflation in July rose at a faster clip from the previous month and exceeded market expectations, adding to strains on an economy losing recovery momentum as businesses struggle with high raw material costs. The world's second biggest economy is on track to expand more than 8% this year, but analysts say pent-up coronavirus demand has peaked and forecast growth to moderate amid supply chain bottlenecks and outbreaks of the Delta variant of COVID-19. The Producer Price Index (PPI) grew 9% from a year earlier, matching the high seen in May, the National Bureau of Statistics said in a statement on Monday. Analysts in a Reuters poll had expected the PPI to rise 8.8%, unchanged from June. This week, quarterly earnings season continues with a number of closely watched names, including relatively newly public companies like Coinbase and Bumble. Dow component Disney will be one of the biggest reports this week, with both the company's parks and streaming businesses in focus. Over the course of the pandemic, growth at Disney's streaming platform Disney Plus helped placate investors as the company's lucrative parks and resorts saw business dry up. But with a reopening now underway, expansion of the company's streaming business has started to decelerate, while theme parks recover. Still, Disney shares have fallen 2% so far for the year to date, and underperformed against the S&P 500's 18% rise, with investors hoping for more growth from the company's nascent streaming business. A streaming slowdown has also been reflected in results at Netflix, the incumbent leader among US-based internet streaming platforms. The company added just 1.5 million new members in the second quarter of this year, tumbling from more than 10 million in the same quarter last year, when consumers turned in droves to find entertainment during the height of stay-in-place orders. Monterey Car Week 2021 promises a return to multi-million-dollar deals as auction houses like Meckham roll into town for the iconic Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance on August the 15th. Meckham Auctions is one of the world's largest collector car auction companies and will have 600 vehicles crossing the auction block in Monterey on August the 12th to the 14th. Meckham Auctions CEO Dave Majors said pent-up demand among car collectors could drive prices higher. This is typically a high $40 million, low $50 million sale for us, and I would expect that this year we will exceed that number and set a new record for Monterey with Meckham Auctions, said Majors. Meckham's Monterey 2019 auction had $32.2 million in sales, which rose to $38 million with the addition of post-auction deals. Monterey Car Week was cancelled in 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic, although there were some online auctions. The biggest auction houses, Gooding & Company, Bonhams, RM Sotheby's and Meckham are expecting strong sales this year as live auctions return to Pebble Beach. They sold $370 million worth of collectible cars in 2018 during Monterey Car Week, but total sales fell to $245 million in 2019, just before the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, please like and consider subscribing. Also, share this video with your friends if you feel so, and please put your opinion down in the comments. If you want to know more about finances, please check the links below.